All right, welcome back on Africa Business Radio. It is Lifestyle Friday, and it's about to get even more interesting because it's a guest segment already, and we'll be talking the movie industry and new data. Yes, and I've got someone very interesting joining me for conversations. She is Judith Emike Audu-Foght, professionally known as Judith Audu. She's a Nigerian film and television actress, a presenter, a model, a blogger, and a movie producer. Hello, Judith. Good morning, and thank you for joining me on the show this morning.
Hello, hi, good morning, and thank you for having me on the show.
All right, so we're talking the movie industry and new data. I mean, COVID-19 pandemic, what went down all through last year, somehow influenced the way that the movie industry operates. Majority of people right now binge on shows and movies via Netflix and, some other platforms. And so it has affected, directly affected streaming video on demand services, bypassing all the traditional movie theaters and cinemas altogether. So how is, the consumer growing appetite for streaming content? How is it changing the way that studios produce and, even go ahead to market feature films?
The dynamics of, like you said, of movie distribution totally changed last year due to the COVID-19 pandemic and how consumers started consuming our products during the lockdown. But it is a lot of people have been saying, is it the death of cinema? Is it the death of cinema? Is this a totally new way of, distributing content? But I don't think cinema would die because some content that are just made for cinema. There are some content that are just made for the big screen. And we have come to realize that with the easing of the lockdown and cinema opening up, the market is still there. And I think Philly actually came to prove that with Omogeto, that broke a record, a 4-year standing record of making over 600 million naira in a pandemic year, with capacity. That was mind-blowing, and that came to prove to us that culture is not dead. You just have to now understand what the audience wants and then give the audience what the audience wants. Streaming platforms would always, be there, and they've been booming. Like they've all been booming. Netflix, Amazon, Hulu, Disney, iTunes, all of them are booming right now. And it's also now really good for the producers because now you have more platforms to give your content more eyes, which is the reason why you're making the content anyway. So it is good. It's just up to the producers now to figure out their niche market and who are their target audience and what they intend to who they intend to reach. Because then you still have your market, you just need to find your reach.
So for you now as a producer, you're saying that there's a significant cost-saving advantage to doing things this way, the new way.
Well, I wouldn't say it's cost-saving. It's the same thing. You still have to produce standard movies that will stand in international platform. In fact, now it is even worse because everybody can see what you're doing. It's on the global scale. So you can't afford to not meet standard because there is that quality check going on. So there is no excuses anymore. So now you have to produce quality content. You have to meet that international standard whereby your content is going to be. You have your content lying side by side with Hollywood content, so you have no excuse anymore. So I wouldn't say anybody's saving anything. I would say the quality of our content is now being checked, meaning that would now have an awesome effect in everything we're doing to make sure our quality now rises up to match this standard. So our film stand par with all these international films.
All right. Interesting. So you are also the Secretary of Directors Guild of Nigeria. Talk to us about that position and, of course, what the body is doing now to improve the movie industry.
Directors Guild of Nigeria is the guild in charge of, directors, like the name suggests. And there was an election held last month that produced a new president in the guild, Mr. Victor Okai. And he seemed to be doing a lot of change in the guild and trying to make sure the Directors Guild of Nigeria gets the respect it deserves, and making sure every member of the guild, get everything they want from the guild. So I am the secretary of the Lagos chapter. We have a chairman, Mr. Anyedi, and then I as the secretary. So our mandate is first to bring all the directors in Lagos together and try and figure out what exactly we need with that enabling environment to make our jobs thrive, what exactly we need to give us that respect we deserve, that the guilds deserve. So all that is what is being put into consideration. The immediate thing is, of course, to figure out what exactly our members want, how exactly we can make work easy for our members in Lagos State. So all these are things that have been put together. We're having our first general meeting that we'll get to introduce to everybody, and then see how we can make the industry work and how to make it good for everybody. There's going to be a lot of capacity training that is paramount on our list. There'll be many capacity building in different regards to make sure whatever standard we're giving out is the main standard that is needed. So if you have someone from DGN on your set as your director, you are sure that the person is going to deliver. So we're going to be doing a lot of trainings for our members and just making sure everybody is a professional and deserve a member of DGN.
Right. Interesting. Now, earlier on, you had spoken about how the film industry is trying to meet international standards. Of course, mainly because I think last year was an eye-opener. We got to try a whole lot of new things and, in very short time. Now, I'd like to, find out the effects that foreign production outfits are having in the Nigerian scene, and what changes we have made from, let me start from 2019 up until now. Maybe not just 2020 when all those changes came in, from 2019 up until, the second half of this year now.
What I would say, they're bringing in a lot of funds. Funding is our major problem here. We don't have government support the way we would have wanted to have, so we don't really have funding. So you have most corporates coming in, but a lot of them seem to not really understand how it works, even though we try to explain how important the entertainment industry is and what exactly the entertainment industry does to the Nigerian economy, which is huge. We employ probably more than half, of to make a film, you need over 100 people, so it is a lot of people we're employing. So these international people coming in, what they are doing is actually providing funds for us to meet the standards and do those things we really want to do on a larger scale. Because everything that they're bringing it's large scale. So you're being able to now do these things on a larger scale, and then also be able to sell Nigerian to the world, our culture and everything that applies to us, that makes us identify, as a people, as Nigeria. So it's a really welcoming idea. A lot of people have different views and different opinions about it, but in my opinion, it's a welcoming idea, and you could see the changes that it has made in terms of employing of labor and benefits that are coming from it financially to make people, survive. Because this is what we do for a living. This is our office, So if you're working and you're not getting paid well, then there's a problem.
Yeah.
So what these guys do is now there is a check and balance. It's not business as usual. You have to audit your account. Your papers have to be proper, So that structure that the industry doesn't really have, it's now being forced to have it because you can't get on any of their platforms or being commissioned for any of their projects without proper papers.
True.
So people are now getting to do things the right way,
exactly,
and not the way they used to just do it before. So it is putting the industry in the right place, in my opinion.
And that's a very, very good thing, I must say. So you, as a movie producer, tell us, what should we expect from you? Is there something new that you're bringing into the industry? Should we expect you to hit something big, in the near term?
Well, my movie, The Sessions, that it's about to be released, just got a distributor for it. It has actually won probably over 15 awards already.
Oh, wow. Nice.
It's premiering. It will be screening at the Nollywood Week Paris in Paris, first week in May. If not for COVID, we should have been in Paris. But, well. So The Sessions is going to be hitting platforms soon, so everybody can get to see it all over the world. We really can't wait for you to see the film. It's an amazing film. So aside The Sessions, we're also working on other projects. We have a documentary we're working on, and also another feature film that will be releasing next year, early next year. But for this year, we have The Sessions coming out soon. So watch out for that one. And then
stuff.
I would also have a lot of things she's doing. Judith Audu is always doing a lot of things.
Nice. We'll look out for that one. I cannot wait to see what that is about. Thank you so much, Judith. It's been an amazing time with you on the show. Thank you for making our time to do with me on the show today. We've been talking the movie industry and new data. I do hope you'll be available if we have, conversations like this again.
Oh, of course, definitely. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. Yes, have a nice day.
Lovely day.
And that was Judith Emike Audu-Foght, professionally known as Judith Audu. She's a Nigerian film and television actress, a presenter, model, blogger, and a movie producer. And that's it on our guest segment this morning. Stay here.